class, today we are learning about saturation, unsaturation, and supersaturation, electrolytes and non-electrolytes. There are two parts to the solution of a saturated, unsaturated, or supersaturated solution. The solvent and the solute. The solvent is like the biggest one, like the biggest word, whatever you have more of is a solvent. The solute is a smaller word. Whatever you have less of is a solute. So in this experiment involving Kool-Aid bags and water, the water is the solvent and the Kool-Aid is the solute. Jobs that can be involved with this is food science. Well, not food science, more like food chemists. Food chemists have to test out the food or different combinations with the food, like how much sugar to add or how much of a certain thing to add to tell if it's supersaturated or non-saturated. So yeah, take it away.
So beaker 1 is going to be supersaturated. Beaker 2 is saturated. Beaker 3, unsaturated. Let's start with beaker 1.
We're going to use purple Kool-Aid. Well, it's not really purple. What flavor is it?
Berry cherry.
Ah. See, so we add a lot of sugar, like to the point where it's really sweet. A supersaturated solution involving Kool-Aid would be sweet due to adding so much sugar. Like right now, with this much portion of water, we would have stopped by now on how much sugar we added. But as you can see, we're adding a lot more. And you can see it right here, down here, it's setting up. It's setting up here. Like, no matter how hard we try to mix it, some of the sugar is still going to be all the way down here. And it's a really dark color. Okay. Next solution, saturated.
Beaker 2.
Beaker 2. This one here? Yeah. There's a different flavor, but still should have the same effect. Not as much sugar. Like, about that much. This is going to be a saturated solution. Unlike a supersaturated solution, this one has less sugar and is more balanced out with the solute and the solvent. The solute being the Kool-Aid and sugar, while the solvent being the water. Each one tastes different, but we're going to get that towards the end of the video. Next up, unsaturated, beaker number 3. A lot of sugar. I mean, not a lot. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of sugar, like crazy amount. It's too much. But this is non-saturated. A non-saturated solution is whenever there's close to no solute in the solution. So each Kool-Aid is going to taste differently, not only because some of them are different flavors, but due to the fact on how much solute we added into each one. For example, the supersaturated one is going to taste really sweet due to all the sugar we added. The regular one, the saturated solution, is just going to taste normal. Like, it won't taste too sour or too bitter. I mean, not sour, I mean too bitter or too sweet. Unlike the non-saturated solution, the non-saturated solution is going to taste bitter due to the fact that we did not add as much sugar as it is usually prescribed to do. This experiment really shows us the type of solutions that work with saturation. Supersaturated, saturated, and non-saturated. Ways that you can get confused on the differences would be which is the solute and which is the solvent. I was confused of this earlier until Mr. Evans pointed it out. Solute, being the smaller word, is going to be whatever you have less of. So, sugar. The solvent is going to be whatever you have more of. In this case, the water. So you could get easily confused between the two, just make sure you don't mix it up. So yeah, that's basically all there is to saturation.